Hey gang, Tony here. I am filming on my new webcam that I mentioned in one of my previous videos, so that's why I'm in sort of a slightly different place than usual. And also, I have a lot of natural light coming through this window here, so you can tell how pale I am. Or maybe it's just the camera. I don't know. So I am back today with another video of stuff I forgot I own, unboxing the 80s. I have a few goodies to show you, and I'm going to keep it pretty short, but I wanted to not leave you hanging any longer than I had to regarding a couple of pieces from the last video. So if you watched my last unboxing the 80s video, stuff from my childhood, I was like, oh my god! And then I didn't show you what it was. So I'll show you what that one piece is, and then I have a couple other little things. So the first thing is, I had no memory of owning this, which is part of why I was so excited. But I have a Wild Stallions Jam Session 2-pack. Now, obviously the toys in there are upside down because this has been open, so I'll show you that in a second. I'm going to open this up and show you in a second. But check out the box first. It's pretty cool thing. Not technically from the 80s. I think this was early 90s that this came out. But it kind of blows my mind a little bit because the toy is interactive in a way that I don't think I remember ever seeing any other toy. Well, I'm sure there were others like this, but let me show you what we got in here. So, opening the box up. First of all, let me get the figures out. First of all, there are figures of Bill and Ted. And if you squeeze their legs, they play their guitars, which they're not holding at the moment, but I'll show you all that in a second. So they're pretty, sorry, maybe the lighting in for this camera isn't the best right now, but I think you get the gist of them. Now, check out the backs for a second. What in the hell? I was like, wait, why are there holes in their backs? So let me show you what this toy actually does. So we got our two figures, and then there's this other little box of goodies that came in there. And first I see the guitars, which made sense. So they have a couple of their little guitars that you put in with the figures. And then I saw a cassette tape. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. It comes with some music that you can play while you're playing with the toys. Two sides, bunch of songs on there. So I was like, that was an interesting addition to this toy, you know. 1991 it says on there, so definitely early 90s. And then I found this last part to the toy. It's an amp that actually plugs in. So believe it or not, this thing plugs into, you're supposed to plug it into a Walkman, which I actually do have some still, but you plug this into a Walkman, and then you plug the other two pieces into the backs of the toys, and you put the cassette tape in and you play it. And that is kind of crazy. Now, if I was thinking ahead, I would have probably tried to find one of those Walkmen and actually tried this out for you, but I don't want to go searching around for that while I'm doing the video. So maybe maybe I'll come back and do that. But this is a pretty cool toy. Totally forgot I had this stuff. Yeah. Alright. A couple of little things just to show you so that it's a substantial enough video. I have a Captain Crunch straw, still in the package. I'm sure this came in a box of cereal at some point. So that's kind of cool. It's an expandable straw. I have a few little cereal things laying around. I'll show you some more cereal stuff. And then these, I'm pretty sure, also were in cereal boxes, and I have a ton of them. But there are these little mini comics that would come packaged in the cereal. I'm pretty sure it was in cereal. I have doubles and everything. So there was this one, and then on the backs there were other ones. Upside down now. So I think there are two mini comics in there, unless they're just double-sided. So I have those. Then I have, I think, yeah, and then these are all the same. I just have a lot of them. But there's those guys there. And on the back, so I thought those were pretty neat. I'm probably gonna open one because I have so many of them. So why don't we take a look in one of these? Oh my god, I'm opening it! How could I? After so many years. So they were two little mini comics, and it's possible they were in actually a Drake's Cakes box because that's what's on being advertised on here. So it's very likely that now that I see that, it's actually Drake's Cakes. Spidey's hungry and only you can help him. A little puzzle in there. Oh, maze really, I guess. Pretty cool little comics, to be honest. I wonder how many of these there were. I have only 2 different kinds, and each package has 2 comics in it, so I guess I have 4 different types. I wonder if you could get these on eBay. Pretty cool. Alright, let me see something just for a second. Give me one split second, and I want to see if... Look what I have right in the drawer that's next to me. I have an old Walkman right here. I don't know, we might have to give this a shot. I won't do it during this video because this camera is not a very, it's like on my computer, and I'm not gonna be able to set this up properly. So I'm gonna set this up for my next video, whenever that may be, and I'll show you guys Bill and Ted jamming out. All right, everybody. I'm gonna cut it there so I have lots of extra stuff to show you next time. I will have another video for Friday the 13th, definitely. I'm going to do something on Friday the 13th, not sure what yet. I have a super secret sculpt that I am molding currently, so I'm going to have that for sale, or at least to show you very soon. And it's kind of a cool little extra thing that I'm doing with this one, so a little something special for this. Baby Freddy is on his way. I finally got the last part of that mold going. And don't forget, on Saturday, Johnny Tellez, Tiffany Villalpando, Girl Terror, and myself are doing the live Google Hangout, which starts at 7 o'clock Eastern on Saturday. And you could find, I'll put a link down below if you want to join us. It'll be on YouTube as a recording later on, or live during the Google Hangout. And you can ask us questions and interact with us, and we should be doing some kind of unboxing. And there will be giveaways as well. So you don't want to miss out. Come check us out. Alright, breathe deep of the night. Hope the webcam looks alright for my video here. I'm going to normally use my other one, but I just want to give this a shot and see how it looked. Alright, everybody, take it easy. How to figure out how to shut the camera, I don't know.